Welcome race fans to the beautiful Macoupin County Fairgrounds in Carlinville, Illinois. On today's show, we present the Overtime CNC Performance Modified Shootout with sanctioning and timing provided by Wild Country Mud Racing. The drivers are ready and the machines are tuned to do battle in this 200 foot of Illinois soil. It comes your way next on Mud Truck TV. Great weather on tap for today's race. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Overtime CNC Performance Modified Shootout here on Mud Truck Television. Lance Whitaker, you see him right there on your screen. Up to the line, he'll be taking on Craig Foz. Side-by-side racing, but racing against the clock to see who comes out on top here at the Macoupin County Fairgrounds. Here we go. And a 4.039 on the near side, 3.721 on the far side for Lance Whitaker. That'll bring up Dell Byler Sr. on the far side. Randy Carlinville on the near side. Here we go. We are racing, ladies and gentlemen, a 4.214 on the near side, 3.744 on the far side for Dell Byler Sr. As the action continues here in Carlinville, Illinois, Matt Cunningham on the far side. He'll be taking out Joe Ritter on the near side. Here on Mud Truck Television, the time to beat that 3.721. Put down by Lance Whitaker. And it is time to go racing. Nice and straight, hooking hard off the line. A 3.169 on the near side, 3.789 on the far side. Another look now, slow motion replay for you. And don't forget, part of this event was the open class cars. Gary Baker standing by in the pit area to talk with our good friend David Hempling.
Hey Brian, I'm here with a driver psychotic, David Hempling. Dave, you and your dad John's been doing this for quite a few years, at least 20 years, haven't you?
Yeah, about 22 now.
Well, that's awesome. You guys have been in this a long time, and I noticed you've running something a little different here with this blown car. Tell us a little about the motor.
It's a 521 Ford, built by Dave Bamber and tuned by Gary Saline.
I'll tell you what, you built some horsepower. Old Gary Osteen, be proud of you guys. That he was carrying a Ford flag back years and years and years, and awesome the way you got this thing running. Hey, your work, Army. Yeah. I'll tell you what, all of us can't thank you guys enough for what you, our men and women of the services do. And you were over in Iraq for 14 months?
Yeah, 14 months.
Well, that's awesome. I'll tell you what, it's great that you love this sport, you love this country, the things that you do, and I'll tell you, as looking over the car, I see you've got some Overtime CNC hubs on the front of this thing.
Yes, we do.
And man, their machining work, how'd that put on for you? They fit good and everything? Everything fit up?
Yeah, they went right on.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's hard to beat the parts and the different things out there, and you've got a heck of a car here. Hope you guys do great today, and it's sure great seeing everything. Thanks for getting parts for Power Pro, and thanks for being a hard-charging, open-class racer.
Thank you. Back
to you, Brian.
Thank you very much, Gary Baker and David Hempling. Thank you for your service to our great nation. The Overtime CNC Performance Modified Shootout continues now. Chad Bloyd coming to the line. On the near side of your screen, the far side will be Josh Cutler. Lining up to do battle in this 200 foot of Illinois soil here on Mud Truck Television. Side-by-side racing against the clock. Here we go. Another nice pass, a 4.279 on the near side, 3.617 on the far side. Great job of getting it done here on Mud Truck Television. the Overtime CNC Performance Modified Shootout. Up next, it's Keith Robinette. You see him right there on the near side, taking on Don Reese. On the far side of your screen. Locked and loaded, get ready to turn loose the throttle. Here on Mud Truck Television. Off the line, hooking hard right there. A 3.686. On the near side, a 4.163 on the far side. Fantastic job of driving right there by Keith Robinette. Up next to the line, that is Sam Lambacio. He'll be on the near side of the screen. And Chris Hebner on the far side. Here in Carlinville, Illinois, the Macoupin County Fairgrounds. The Overtime CNC Performance Modified Shootout. Overtime CNC Performance, custom lightweight parts with the best designs and super durability, and a complete line of hub and brake assemblies for Dana 44 and Dana 60 applications. You'll find them at Overtime CNC Performance. Get ready, it's time to go racing. Hooking nice and hard off the line. A 3.146 on the near side, a 3.704 on the far side. Sam Lambacio, nice and hard and straight. That's how you want to see it. Another look now as we slow it down for you, the slow motion replay. Mud Truck TV. At the end of the first round, Sam Lambacio stands on top with that 3.146, followed by Joe Ritter with that 3.169, Josh Cutler, Keith Robinette, and rounding out your top five, it's Chris Hebner with that 3.704. Fantastic runs to get us underway here on Mud Truck Television, the Overtime CNC Performance Modified Shootout. Let's go now to Gary Baker, standing by at the PRI show with Big Don here on Mud Truck TV.
Hey Brian, I got Big Don here with me, and we got some good news out here with the mud racing and things you got going on out in Oklahoma. Tell us about it.
That's
Don.
it, man. I tell you what, we've got Tulsa Raceway Park. We've built this world-class mud racing facility out there. We're expanding it continually. We've got grandstand seating for like 8,000 people, and you know, it's to bring people out here and instead of racing in a hayfield, man, you're actually racing at a purpose-built mud racing facility.
The races I've seen go on there already, the first few you guys have done, have been fantastic. The racing, the track works, it hooks good.
Oh, it hooks great.
And the mud bog track you've got is action, action, action.
That's it. And you know, and the cool thing is we've had great support from our fans, great support from our racers. Man, we've got guys coming from all over the country, but just right there locally, and then the Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri area. 80 to 100 trucks at every race. The grandstands are full, and you sell a lot of hot dogs that way.
I'll tell you what, folks, if you're in that area, get out and see it live. If not, hopefully you'll see it on Untamed Sports here before too long on Mud Truck TV. Brian, back to you.
Thank you so much, Gary Baker and Big Don. The Overtime CNC Performance Modified Shootout. Don't forget to check out our friends at Power Pro Racing. PowerProRacingProducts.com, the place to go. Over 25 years of race car building experience. Custom chassis designed with high-quality material with safety and performance in mind. The results are national points champions, national and track ET records, and more event wins than any and other all-chassis companies combined. Pros that know. Use Power Pro. Be sure and check out our website at mudtrucktv.com. Information about the sport from all over the country. Of course, racing news, music and games for the kiddos, and the latest on events happening all throughout the sport. of off-road racing. You'll find it all at mudtrucktv.com. Second round action now here on Mud Truck Television. What we're going to do now is flip the order from the first round. In other words, Chris Heavner now on the near side, Sam Lambacio on the far side. Again, they're lined up side by side, but they are racing the clock to see who comes out on top. The overtime CNC Performance Modified Shootout. The time to beat, of course, that 3.146 put down in the first round by Sam Lambacio. We'll see if he can best his own time. Locked and loaded, and it's time to go racing. Looking nice and hard off the line, Sam Lambacio at 3.056. Besting his time in the first round, putting him in the first place slot once again. Here on Mud Truck Television, that'll bring up Don Reese on the near side. Taking on Keith Robinette on the far side of your screen. A 4.318 on the near side, 3.820 on the far side. I tell you what, these drivers are doing a fantastic job of keeping it straight and putting the horsepower to the ground. A look now, slow motion replay for you here on MTTV. Up close and personal. The overtime CNC Performance Modified Shootout, Josh Cutler. You see him right there on the near side. He'll be taking on Chad Floyd, who's currently making his way to the line. Here he comes right there in the blue truck. Four-link parts and tube adapters, custom military driveline parts in alloy, steel, aluminum, and titanium. You'll find them at Overtime CNC Performance. Go check it out today. The time to beat, of course, that 3.056. We saw it put down by Sam Lambacio. Blistering fast times today. And a 3.613 near side, 4.365 on your far side. Well, I tell you what, lots of soil getting put in the air, coming off the tires of these veteran drivers here on Mud Truck Television. That's Matt Cunningham. We'll be taking on Joe Ritter on the far side. First round action, you saw Joe Ritter put down that 3.169. We'll see if he can best that time in the second round here on Mud Truck Television. And away they go. Another fantastic pass right there by Joe Ritter at 3.080 on the pass. 3.664 on the near side. And I tell you, those trucks right there are moving down this 200 foot of Illinois soil. Here at the Macoupin County Fairgrounds, let's go down to Gary Baker.
Hey Brian, out here at the PRI show, and I run into my competition, Scott and Chris here at Racing in the Dirt. They've got a booth out here promoting our sport. Isn't that great? I'll tell you folks, our sport's growing. We appreciate all of you out there, you fans, you racers, and we're looking forward to a good year coming up here. And guys, thanks for all the stuff out here.
Gary.
Thank you, Gary.
Yep. Brian, back to you.
Thanks again, Gary Baker, and our good friends at RacingInTheDirt.com. The Overtime CNC Performance Modified Shootout, Dale Byler Sr. now on the near side. And Randy Collerman lining up on the far side of your screen here on Mud Truck Television. Of course, first round action, Dale Byler Sr. put out a 3.744. And Randy Collerman had a 4.214. And you can bet they're going to try and best those times right now as they get locked and loaded, ready for race action on Mud Truck Television. Looking for the green light that says light them up and turn them loose. Here on MTTV. And a 3.620 on the near side, a 4.954 on the far side. Be sure and check out our friends at RacingJunk.com, the largest online motorsports marketplace anywhere. Buy, sell, trade, interact with people throughout the automotive and performance community. 610,000 plus members. Tell you what, they've got what you're looking for. Go check them out today. It's RacingJunk.com. More Mud Truck Television coming up right after these words from our sponsors. Second round action continues here on Mud Truck Television with the Overtime CNC Performance Modified Shootout. Lance Whitaker now coming to the line. He'll be on the near side. Craig Foss on the far side. Don't forget that time to beat at 3.056. Put down by Sam Lambasio. Off the line, nice and hard, a 3.676 on the pass for Lance Whitaker. Once again, we'll slow it down for you. A fantastic run. Getting it done here on Mud Truck Television. Not enough for first place, but still a fantastic pass. And the Overtime CNC Performance final result. Sam Lambasio takes home the win with that 3.056, and Joe Ritter, number 2 spot, 3.080, followed by Josh Cutler, Dale Byler Sr., and Matt Cunningham rounding out your top 5 with that 3.664. Let's go now to Gary Baker standing by in the pit area with your winner. It's Sam Lambasio on Mud Truck Television.
Hey Brian, I'm here with Sam Lambasio with All In, winner of the modified class tonight, 3.056. Sam, that was a great run you had. You covered the field. 300s isn't a bunch, but hey, you won.
Win's a win.
That's
we'll
right.
Take it any way we can get it.
Hey, I tell you, those trucks are all running good out there. It's a great bunch of guys and good competition. You guys make it exciting to watch that stuff.
Well, this track here, these guys putting this race on, the way they've been working this track, you don't see this at the Nationals half the time. Well,
you got to remember Dan Brown, Randy Brown, the fair working with him. Yeah. Dan's run my cars and been blown alcohol driver for since the 90s, and they know what we need because of guys like you that can build the horsepower. You got to have that to hold it. So
you got to have a track that'll hold the tire, hold the horsepower.
Well, I'll tell you what, you had a bunch of it tonight, and you won the class, and congratulations,
man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Brian, the winner of the modified class, back to you.
Thank you so much once again to Gary Baker. Congratulations to Sam Lambasio, our winner today, the Overtime CNC Performance Modified Shootout. Check them out at their website. I guarantee it, you're going to love every single thing you get from them. Custom shocks, everything from coilovers to top accumulator shocks, bottom accumulator shocks, and everything in between. All with 16 inches to 60 inches of travel available. Overtime CNC Performance. Be sure and tell them you heard about them here on Mud Truck Television. When you want it lighter, stronger, and faster, there's only one place to go. It's Overtime CNC Performance. That's going to take care of this edition of Mud Truck Television. Thank you so much for tuning in and logging on. And we'll see you at the races. Mud Truck TV is a Brian and Lisa Austin production.